Hello everyone, this is the 3-Peat Challenge designed to make positive change in your life. In this video, I'm going to show you how to complete the 3-Peat Challenge. So I always recommend using a pen and a notebook because it forces your brain to slow down and focus on the exercise. Plus, this notebook can't distract me with a notification mid-sentence. So the 3-Peat exercise looks just like this. Ignore this, that was an old free writing exercise. This right here starts with 3 columns: values, goals, and habits. Now we begin in the values column. So for this exercise, I wrote down 5 values that I have. Now the reason why I choose the values first is because we need to understand what our values are before we set our goals. Because if we start completing goals that don't fulfill our values, then we're spending a lot of time working on things that aren't important to us. A good example of that is, as you can see, my values, my first 2 values are physical health and mental health. I used to want to be a food blogger with all this unhealthy food and everything. And so my goal was to be a food blogger, and as I was achieving my goal, I was not fulfilling my values because my body couldn't handle the food that I was eating. I was overweight, I had a lot of inflammation, I was very unhealthy. So when I started doing this exercise, I started to realize that, oh gosh, maybe I should adjust my goals to what my values are. And then after we choose our values, we align our goals with our values, and then we create actionable habits to fulfill our goals, to fulfill our values. So you begin right here. So for example, physical health is one of my top values. So my goal is to just have 0 inflammation. I don't want to be a strongman world champion. I just want to be able to function without pain. And so the habit that I do is a morning stretch. Now this habit is the key, because if I don't work on this habit every day, if I don't do a morning stretch every morning, then I get inflammation and then I compromise my physical health. So doing this exercise by choosing my value first and then setting a goal and then setting a habit, I'm able to have more control over fulfilling the things in my life that matter. Let's use another one as an example. My mental health. So I never had a goal to be present. I didn't know that was a thing that I wanted. I've never thought about being a meditator until my mental health started to get a little, off the rails. And so what happened was I was starting to get this running mind, like as a full-grown adult, from using, a lot of social media and just making a lot of decisions every day. My mental health started to get compromised, and I wasn't able to be present in the moment. So by doing this exercise and realizing that my mental health is one of my top values, I was able to set a goal to be present in the moment. And in order to be present in the moment, you need to train your attention to focus on what's in the present moment. And that's what I do every morning in my morning meditation. So let's do one more here. So another value that I have here is intelligence. Now, the goal is to learn every day because I feel good when I learn every day, and that's an intelligent thing to do. And I know when I'm learning every day, I can constantly be improving my life. I can work smarter and not harder. So how do I learn every day? I just keep books on my desk. So whenever I'm interested in a book, I just buy it and I put it on my desk. And whenever I have downtime, I have this book staring at me all day. I actually start to read the book and I start to absorb some of the information in the book and take action on the information. So this right here is called the 3P exercise. Under the 3P exercise, I have just more notes on where I'm going to do these morning stretches. So the morning stretch is going to be in my living room directly after I take a shower or before I take a shower, so I can clean up after I stretch. Setting the habits and deciding where I'm going to do the habits is an important part of setting habits. Now, if you set really big goals, say you want to be a professional photographer or videographer or something, what's the habit that you need to set before you set that goal? And what's that value fulfilling? You need to think about that for yourself when you're setting your values, goals, and habits. And that's important to keep in mind. So this is called the 3-Peat Challenge. Good luck.